Coming up next is a classic interview with the incredible Raquel Sharper, who has the sharpest personality of anybody I know. She's pretty incredible, and you're going to love her. This is a classic representation of Opportunity-thon, which was held over April of last year. And it's just one of those classic ones that I wanted to make sure I shared with you right now. So fasten your seatbelts, stay tuned, and take lots of notes for the incredible, juicy, loving goodness of Raquel Sharper. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning from Sydney, Australia, where I am in lockdown. And I want to share with you that you are about to be introduced. You've met her a little bit before, but right now you're about to spend some time with one of the coolest people I know. She is bright and funny and has a message that will enlighten you and bring you lots and lots of money and fun and passion and better health, because the more you laugh, the better your organs fit. So ladies and gentlemen, with that said, let's put your hands together and give a big virtual clap. Let's give her the virtual clap. She needs to have that. The amazing, outstanding, outrageous, out of sight, but definitely in mind, Raquel Sharper. Woohoo!
Yay! Awesome. Awesome. I am so happy to be here. Oh, thank you, Ken. So we are basically really right across the world. What time is it in Australia right now?
It is 7:43 in the morning. And,
nice.
and we have just dated the time, so we can only use this video at 7:43 in the morning at any time we ever use it again.
We could use, oh yes, true. But if you just said 7:43 and you didn't say in the morning, then we could use it twice.
Well, it wouldn't work because it's too much light, but it's okay.
Okay.
It is what it is.
True.
It is.
Excellent.
It is. And by the way, I do want to shout out to Dean Hankey for the hanky panky that he did just prior to this. One of my favorite stingers that he's used. He created that. He was up all night making that, singing the song and everything.
That is awesome.
Yes, it is. It's wonderful to have friends like that. Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit, Roxelle. Yes, Roxelle. That's your drag name, Roxelle. Hi, I'm Roxelle. So let's talk a little bit about you. You're from New York originally.
Yes.
That's where we get along, because I'm from New York originally. So what's your thing? What makes you you, and why do people come talk to you?
People come and talk to me because there's something special about, I don't know if it's special about all New Yorkers, but we're basically straightforward to the point. We're basically very authentic. Sometimes we'll say things that we're thinking and you'll be like, oh, I can't believe you just said that. And then my response would be, well, it's true. So part of that is refreshing, and it's about just being real. And people look for people to be authentic these days. They look for people to just tell them like it is. They don't want to go around to the end of a maze and find that there's nothing there. So that they look for that, and they want you to basically be real for them. And I'm real. If I fall down, I let you know I fall down. When I get up, I let you know I've gotten up. And I just recently even did a post because I actually gained 15 pounds in 1 year, and actually I lost 19. And I did that post, and I wasn't feeling good about myself. And when I was taking a picture, I had to go, and then you smile and you can't breathe. I don't know if anybody could relate to that, right?
Yes.
Because you're trying to suck it all in. And it's funny, every picture I was taking, I was doing that. And I was like, well, there's something wrong with that. So I recently lost the weight. They say diet is 80% of it. I'm going to tell you diet is 100% of it. And it's just about being real and authentic. It really, truly is. And I started off on basically the normal journey, get a job, get that education. That's what I did. And they told me that if you did that, it works. And, followed that. It took me years to learn how to become a computer programmer. I spent a lot of time and effort doing that, only to find out, just like Mark Harris said and Ben Gay said, this has happened before. maybe not with the coronavirus, but when you lived in New York, if you were there when 9/11, this happened.
Mm.
And I was working as a computer consultant. And then the towers got hit by an airplane. And then there was no work. A city that was always busy, that would always have work for me as a computer consultant, there was no work. There was no money coming in. And I'm truly thankful that I had money in the bank for that rainy day that I never thought was going to happen, right? And that's actually how I found Las Vegas. That was the blessing, because there was absolutely no work in New York. And then I ended up coming out to Las Vegas for work, like within a month, and had to juggle things around. I had to do things differently. And while I was here, I thought, wow, this is a great place to be. I think I want to retire here. Well, I'm too fabulous to be retired, but I am in Las Vegas.
You're too fabulous for this TV show right now, actually.
I think we're both fabulous, but we're doing this because it's a give back and it's the opportunity.
So what is it? So what are you doing now? I mean, you did the computer thing, but right now, what's the big focus? Because I know that some of the bonuses that you've given us, and this isn't a pitch for the bonuses, but in looking at the things that you have generously given to the folks that have gotten the VIP package, there's a lot of lead generation stuff in there. There's a lot of things that I find really important in terms of building a business. So let's talk about that for a little bit, because I think now, especially for people that are looking to be in a business, that are afraid that, gee whiz, I don't know where to find people. I don't have a list. I don't have a community. I'm just getting started. I don't know what the hell to do. It's not a matter of having an online business. I don't know what to do at all. And if that's you, by the way, pop that in the chat and let us know that that's you. But that's really the bottom line. So let's talk about that piece and how that's worked for you and what lessons there are there.
So, and it's that actually is my passion. It's the newbie, because I started off in corporate America, and it's making that jump. I did not really truly enjoy being a computer programmer. I enjoyed the people and I enjoyed the money, right? So what we're told is that we aren't supposed to enjoy when we're actually working. But what if you could enjoy when you're working? And that's where the light went on. I was actually commuting into work and I saw this sign and it said, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Think about that. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. And I remember I was commuting into work and I thought, well, how do you do that? Right? So in this time frame of being home, because I do love what I do, and I'm never retiring because I love what I do. I recently also interviewed Les Brown. I asked him when he was going to retire. I already knew the answer, because anybody who's on this event as a speaker loves what they do and they give from a place of passion. So one of the things I love to do is I love to help people figure out what they do, what they love to do, and then we can figure out how to monetize it. Like, why not make money doing what you love? That just makes sense. Like, that's so logical, right? Isn't that logical, Ken?
Works for me, but here's a challenge with that. I will challenge you on that, and that is, I mean, we've all heard, do what you love, the money will follow, right? But what if you don't know what you love?
True. And that means, and that's the huge challenge, because I didn't know what I loved. And you bring that up. I was told, hey, you do this, you do computers, you make money. Somebody had to push me in front of the room. So if you don't know what you love, start trying to do something new. Things that even might scare you, but have you be a little uncomfortable, because you could do something and then decide that you totally love it. I didn't start really speaking until I was in my late 30s. Before that, if you asked me about being a speaker or standing in front of a room empowering people, I was like, oh no, that's not me. But you have to try new things. One of the things, and I'll share this because Ken didn't call me out. He asked me to sing the song and I was just like, oh gosh, I don't. I've done karaoke twice. One, I was really, really really, really drank too much. And I was around my right circle of friends. So I got lovingly pushed into it. And I wasn't by myself. I've never karaoke'd by myself. I've only done it in the company of a we. And success is a team sport. So when Ken told me to like sing by myself, I was like, ooh, you know, I'm like, no. I was like, we're not doing that, right? So it's okay to be scared, but find those new things and try them. If it's something that intrigues you, and in that trying, you might just like it. And next thing you know, now you got to figure out how to monetize it.
That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm. So that being said, I had created, hey, build your irresistible yes with that free magnet, that free lead magnet. You give somebody a gift of your time, a gift of your present, a gift of doing that thing. And here's a cool hint on how you can figure out what you love. Is there something that you do right now that your friends champion you and say, oh my God, you're really great at that. But you don't actually take credit for it because you do it with such finesse, effortlessly. That's probably your passion. And people are like calling you out and saying, oh my gosh, you do this really well. And what happens is we're raised to be humble, right? And that's actually one of the gifts. Is I did a podcast interview and they talked about self-confidence, because a lot of times we won't do anything is because we lack the self-confidence. And the more we do something, the better we get at it. Think about your first time behind the wheel of a car. Think about the first time you've had sex. We got to make this fun, right? I'm sorry. Yes, I just said that. Did I wake anybody up? And, if we're all the single people home, don't think about the first time you had sex. Don't even think about having sex.
Especially if you're alone in lockdown. Thanks very much for reminding me.
Right. And they have something called virtual dating. Like before the coronavirus, nobody did the virtual dating. There's actually businesses that are pivoting. Like Ferrari is making ventilators. Armani is making scrubs for health care workers. Yeah. So like these are companies that are, 9-figure earners, $10 billion companies that have shifted on the dime to do something that's totally out of character. You could buy a car that's $250,000 from Ferrari, but nobody's buying Ferraris right now. So what is Ferrari going to do? They're making ventilators. Think about that. And what is that shift that they had to do? I call that the sharper shift. So my hashtag is I am sharper. So do these. So I want to see that. I want to see hashtag I am sharper, because that's about showing up, being empowered, and being better than you were yesterday. Because that's what this time is meant for. That's what we're meant to do. Be better than what we were yesterday.
Yeah, that really is true. Each day should grow on itself. And if we can learn one thing, and even when you talked about the dating piece, right? It really does. There's a commitment you got to make, and am I bigger than this? Well, you'll be bigger if you keep eating, but where is your priority? And because at the end of the day, you have what you want. You may not know that, you may think differently, but you have what you want. You create what you want, and it makes a difference. And if we talk about that in the eating thing, eating is typically a habit. We don't need to eat as much as we eat. And if you talk about Americans, most Americans don't need to eat half of what they eat, which is why obesity is so big in the U.S. and in a lot of Asian less healthy than others. So looking at our habits or habitual behavior makes a huge difference in what we do. But let's get back to what you see right now as being the biggest opportunity in your business, so people can kind of emulate you, and in others. What do you see as the biggest places to play?
Well, what I see is the biggest places to play, and actually the easiest places to play, is success is a team sport. Know that Andrew Carnegie was the richest man in the world, because we just got done talking about Think and Grow Rich. And he partnered with Napoleon Hill. And Napoleon Hill was a gentleman who was helping his brother, go through college. And he had a success mindset, but he wasn't that successful person yet. And Andrew Carnegie took him under his wing, and he wrote, no yawning. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
See, Dean Henson did that. He did that.
No yawning. What is that?
It caught me.
So I'm going to virtually slap Ken, and that's what this looks like. Wait, how about that? I got to figure out where. That's a virtual slap. So.
Getting stuff out.
What? So anyway, success is a team sport.
Yeah, it is.
Ken couldn't do this by himself.
No.
He recruited 50 speakers. He recruited a co-host. He recruited another co-host who's not down there, but anyway. I can see him on the screen down there. Yeah. Think about, and I really want you, there it is. He's down there. Thank you for popping in. Right? Right.
I'm drinking.
Oh, and since we have the virtual smack, we also have the virtual hug,
There you go.
And we can blow kisses. So here's what I want to share with you. While you're laying in your bed, or you're totally frustrated and you're bored, well, if you're bored, I'm going to hold you accountable. You need to be doing something. And it's not binge watching Netflix. Open up your LinkedIn and think about, who are the people that you would like to do business with? Who are the people that you would like to work with? I'm talking to my entrepreneurs. I'm not only talking to my entrepreneurs, but I'm talking to people who have careers, right? If you have a career and it's your dream to work for, Sarah Blakely, because she's created this iconic brand, Spanx, well, go on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Look at her site. Look at Spanx. See who works there. Connect with them. You'd be surprised. Everybody's home right now on staycation. And if you did that with the people that you wanted to connect with and became engaged with them on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, what could be your possibilities? Think about the things that you love to do and connect with the people that are doing the things that you love to do. What could that be for you? Right? Because everybody is home right now on staycation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's true. And the thing is too, is don't be afraid to ask. I mean, there's times when asking for things may be a little bit out of the ordinary, especially, if you're going to be unreasonable and ask, can you change something just before, like, we go live, for example? No, but ask for what you want. And because at the end of the day, nobody knows but you. And as a perfect example, you wanted to meet Les Brown, right? So what did you do?
I asked. So, and here's something that you don't know, Ken, because my and Ken relationship is very new, but we're like long lost friends. Like as soon as we got on the phone, we couldn't get off. Okay, I'm going to go. No. All right. And then we talked for like another 20, 30 minutes.
There are rules.
There's rules.
There are rules now. There are rules.
We have rules.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We have rules. So here's the funny thing. I've shared a stage with Les Brown. I've met Les Brown before, but Ken actually brought it to the point where now I know Les Brown on a different level. And I've been working on that for years. And I knew it was going to happen. And the people that are in my circle know my dreams because they share them with me. And the reason I met Ken is because I was like, I want to do this. And my friend helped me. Here, I want to share with you that here's the 3 hardest things to do. 1 is to say, I love you. So here's a little challenge. I want you to reach out to somebody today and tell them that you love them, right? And it's okay to say, I love you, Raquel, because I'll take that on a text, right? Like love, right? And it's hard because it's a level of vulnerability to say that I love you, right?
Yeah.
The second thing that's really, really, truly hard to do is to say, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And
Amen.
so I'm going to challenge you to tell somebody today that you love them. Also tell somebody today that you're sorry. And here's the clinker. Say you're sorry even if you think you're right. Because being right, well, you could be right, but you can't be happy. You could be right, but you can't be rich. What is the cost of you being right? Say you're sorry.
Yeah.
And I've done this myself. And when you say that you're sorry to somebody that you love, right? Somebody that you need in your life, well, here's what happens. There's this lift. It's crazy. And it makes you feel good. And you're like, wow. And you weren't even wrong. You just sorry, and it feels good. It puts positive energy out there for you, and it puts it in the universe. And we need more positive energy right now. So say, I love you. Find somebody to say I'm sorry to. And the third thing is what me and Ken were just talking about. Ask for help. If there's something that you need, ask for help. In the beginning of this, my mom is 85 and she lives in New York. And I was talking to my mom on the phone. And this is the longest period of time I've gone without seeing my mom. And I want you to know that when I say that, I almost want to just burst out into tears, but I'm getting better at that. It's taking me practice. This whole Corona thing, virus thing, has got me very emotional because I'm used to seeing my mom at least once every 2 months, typically once a month. I slow it down a little in the winter, right? My mom had one roll of toilet paper. And I was talking to her home care aide and I was like, did you find toilet paper? No, I can't find toilet paper. I'm like, what am I going to do? My mom doesn't have toilet paper. I can't even believe I'm talking about toilet paper. Me and my mom laugh about this. Now, I can't find toilet paper. So you know what I did? I put a post on Facebook. Help. Where do I find toilet paper? In the town that my mom lives in. I'm asking for my mom. 4 people responded. 3 people were unsuccessful, but I only needed 1. My mom got a 9 mega roll thing of toilet paper. And I didn't even have to pay for it. It was free. You know how much a 9 mega roll toilet paper goes for these days?
Yeah. It's a university education.
Ask for help.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what drew me to this, because I want to help people who want to do something outside of what they're doing and do it in your passion, because if you're doing it with your passion, you could do it for like 27 hours, because that's how long we're going to be here for, Ken, right?
That's right. That's right. And they've challenged me. They've challenged me. You're going to be able to stay awake. And I thought, we're there. But it's true. So saying I love you is important. And by the way, I'll say that even from a masculinity side, some of the most masculine men are now feeling comfortable to say, I love you, not just to women, but to men. And I think I'll editorialize, we need to kind of stop feeling that giving terms of endearment are threatening. Saying, hi, honey, or hey, gorgeous, does not mean I want to have sex with you. It means you're a nice person and you're very attractive, whoever you are, however you are. And let's not be threatened by that. Yeah, you are hot. You are hot.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are. But hot, what's hot? Hot is who you are inside. There are a lot of people that are very pretty physically, but they're just not pretty inside. And that comes right out. So I advise people in terms of a takeaway that the 2 biggest things you can do in business and in life to be successful are to be nice. Just be nice. And this whole experience would not have happened had it not been that everyone wanted to be part of this journey, but we were having fun with one another. And this experience has been great. So some of you are making lovely comments, and I appreciate that. Denise O'Brien, for example, we became great friends years ago. Same kind of thing. I surprised her 50th birthday, and she screamed when she saw me. I walked in, she had no idea I was showing up at her 50th birthday party, and she screamed so loud they thought she was being attacked. It was hysterical. it was one of the things we'll never ever forget. But those are the kind of things that make memories. And the way you and I met, Raquel, and how we were co-conspiring to have you, which you may still do later, make an appearance in this event. So there's all sorts of fun things. So I'm going to suggest to you, and we need to segue to our next speaker. I'm going to suggest to you that you let yourself be you. Let yourself be fun. If you're a shy person, that's okay to be shy, but so much of shy, I think, comes with uncertainty for who you are. And be sharper. Do outrageous. Because at the end of the day, unless someone else is paying for your entire life, who are they? And that experience for me has come with age, I will tell you. But it really comes down to that. And being a character wins. These days, it's attention. Attention is the new currency. Is that right?
It is right. Relationship is the new currency. When I was raising my daughter, I'm a single parent. Things did not go as well as I would think. I would have thought I'd have been married for the rest of my life and have more kids. I had one kid, got divorced when she was young. But one of the things that I always told her, my daughter, when she was growing up, I was like, we do business with people that we like, not the people that are the best, with the people that we like. So build those relationships, and then everything that you want will follow. Because it's not going to be the person who's the best that gets the job, that gets the interview, that gets the stage. It's going to be the person who's the most liked.
Yeah, it's true.
And everything works like that. It's relationship equity. That's why I want to build a community of people who run around with the self-confidence and say, I am sharper. Be present on what your gifts are, because if you know what your gifts are, people will actually be like, wow, I want to be around you. And it's crazy. I was messaging. Here's something else I want you to do, everybody, just like an add-on. This is extra credit homework from Sharper, right? If somebody pops into your head, message them, LinkedIn them, IG them, however you get in touch with them. Somebody from high school, somebody from college, somebody you used to work with. This is a time they might be sending you this energy. Reach out to them. And somebody from high school reached out to me because they saw my interview with Les Brown, right? And they were like, you always had amazing energy from the moment. You have this great energy from when I was in high school. And let me be honest, I didn't think I had great energy in high school. I had a lot of stuff going on. I thought that I was ugly, and I was going through a lot. But he reminded me that I always showed up when I was around people to enjoy their company and their presence. So I want you to know that as you're listening to my voice today, that you're here as a presence. You are a present. So be present and know what your gifts are, because that's really, truly powerful. Yeah. And I want to help people know that every day is a gift, and that, like, as Ken is here with me today, his presence is a present.
Oh. Thank you. I heart. So that was just another amazing World Love Week session. Now, a lot of our sessions have come from Opportunitython, which was our record-breaking event, which we did a few months back. Now, Opportunitython really focused about the opportunities that are presenting themselves during the time of pandemic. And frankly, what a great way to have an attitude of love, of sharing, of giving, of contribution. I stand for love. Do you?
I stand for love. Do you?
Hey, this is Captain Lou, and I stand for love, baby. Do you?
Do you?
Do you?
Do you?
Yes. Do you?
Do you?
Do you?
Do you?
Do you?
Do you? Do you?
Hey, it's Ken with World Love Week, and boy, you're in for a treat coming up. Some of my favorite speakers are up next, and I want to make sure you catch every bit of it. Now, here's the big challenge. If you're like me, you're not planning on staying awake 24/7 for the next few days. That's not realistic. So the best way for you to catch every bit of the incredible goodness that is yours within World Love Week is to grab the VIP All Access Pass. It gives you access to every bit of World Love Week juiciness, not just for now, but for the rest of your days. That's right, lifetime access to those recordings, and you get your own personalized World Love Week mug. I wish I could show it to you, but I'm here in Australia and mine just hasn't arrived yet. But yours will no doubt get there sooner than mine will, and you're going to love every drink you take. I guarantee you cannot get rid of that mug because, well, your name's all over it. Anyway, enjoy. Go grab your upgrade to VIP All Access right now while you can, and we'll see you at the next session. James just brings an element of wisdom and tenderness and connection to any place that he shows up. So with the art of wisdom, I'm screwing the whole thing up, James. I had it all set to go and I've blown the whole damn thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. James Woeber.
Thank you. Great to see you, Ken.
This is how not to do an introduction.
You might be tuning in. I might be changing my name. I've been thinking about branding, so.
It's just through the whole. Did you see the record? Did you see the first? Did you see the song?
Yes, I did. Okay. You put me in, even though I don't know if I was the best voice to be in there, but it was great. You guys did a beautiful job.
It was our team in the Philippines and Matt Black, who wrote it. He auto-tuned all of it.
Wow,
so
it was beautiful, great song.
Yeah, and you were the star. We couldn't have done it without you.
I don't know about that, but thank you. I thought you were. You really shine there. I love that.
I was embarrassed. I actually, they had me in a little bit more earlier. I was like, take me out. This is not about me. Which reminds me, thank you for helping me remember this. I didn't have a chance to set it up. You guys, if you want to be in the video, what we'll do when we start up again with the next thing, we'll play the video again. If you want to be in the video, you can buy your way into the video. And what we'll do is effectively any donation you want over $100 will get you a spot in the center of the video. Okay, so we'll just move some of the other people around. You record your piece. You will be in the video yourself. You can do anything you want with it. Obviously it's copyrighted stuff, but you can pass it along with your friends and so on. That money will go straight to charity. Okay, so our team will put you in there, and that money will be charitable money. So if you want to do that, just let us know. I didn't have a shopping cart built for it or anything, but minimum order on that's $100. Anything over that, we're thrilled to take your money and pass it on to the charities that we're supporting. So that's that. Okay, now let's get to work, James.
Great. Yeah. So I think that was the first time we've met. Yep. At the Oceanside event for the Evolutionary Business Council. And Ken was one of our amazing speakers. We had such a great lineup, but it was a great event.
It was an awesome event. You did a great job. The two of you did a great event. So let's talk about opportunity right now, and really where you are so critical in terms of helping people manage those opportunities right now, because we've talked a lot of tactics, but I want to get a little bit deeper into the experiential level of that. So let's talk about a little bit, first of all, tell people what it is that you do, because I know I would botch it up and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, so I do leadership training and consulting. And basically what that means is usually in circumstances like this, when I'm working with people, usually they come to me because they're in crisis and going through change. And right now we're going through collective, massive change. So I'm working with a lot of clients who are going through personal dynamics that they're trying to manage and deal with, and then get to a place where they can apply that and really step forward out into the world with new ideas, pivoting, shifting what they're focusing on so that they can bring their brilliance and gifts out into the world in a new way. And so we're the clients I've been working with, it's a pretty amazing, amazing time right now, where we're going through a lot of stressors. Anytime that we go through change, we're going through a lot of stressors. Right now, it's really unique because people are going through multiple stressors at the same time. We're going through social isolation. Some of us, depending on who you are, you're going through dynamics where you're around a lot of people. You're going through challenges with roommates, with lovers, with family, and you're in close proximity for concentrated periods of time. People are going through financial stress. People are going through concern about health and dynamics like that. So usually when we're going through major change, we might be going through one or two of these dynamics. But right now we're going through many, many of them, and we're doing it in a very short period of time. So that's important to know, because our bodies are responding differently right now than we would respond during normal change, normal challenges in our lives. So what's happening is fight, flight, freeze. I loved Simon shared some great things there earlier. I loved his model. We're going through fight, flight, freeze responses. And importantly, what's being triggered for us oftentimes are old patterns. So we think we're just dealing with COVID-19 and the concerns surrounding that. But really what we're facing is we're getting our systems kicking off all kinds of old concerns, fears, and so forth. And so the usual way that we try to manage that is we just try to be above it. And so Ken, you had mentioned, I don't remember who you were mentioning this to, but you were saying the importance of slowing things down and not just rapid fire doing a lot of work. I totally agree with that, because when we're acting from that place, we're actually acting from fight, flight, freeze. And so if we're doing that, we're not thinking well. We're acting from old patterns, old ways of doing things. We're not seeing all of the opportunities that are in front of us. So like this idea of opportunity fund that Ken has put together, there's like, in order for us to see possibilities like that, we have to slow down our systems, really connect, and get the resourcing that we need in those times. And so one of the things that I've been telling clients is be proactive in your self-care. Self-care is important anytime, but being proactive in taking care of yourself. And this doesn't just mean being practicing self-care like meditation, good exercise, eating well. All of those are very important, but especially now we're talking about good emotional health, mental health, really taking stock and recognizing what is really important for us in our lives. We're getting everything broken open. We might as well use this opportunity to recognize and drop in more deeply. I'm going to piggyback on what Warren was saying earlier. Really recognize what the larger needs are with the environment, with the larger world, with our clients, with ourselves. And we begin that process by being proactive in doing self-care. So that's the first thing I've been telling clients when I'm working with them.
People need to recognize. I mean, I agree with you. There's a piece that we all have to recognize, and the good news is that we have people like you that get it. You know what I mean? So in terms of the best practices, in terms of managing all this, certainly stillness is one. What else should we be doing?
Yeah, so meditation every day. Again, we always hear that, but again, being proactive, like doing more than you think you need to do. So if you have time, if you're able to do 15 minutes, 30 minutes of meditation, stilling yourself, really connecting within, that's fantastic. The other thing that I'm recommending is that oftentimes, it depends on what circles you run in, but people tend to have a stigma around getting professional help. Get professional help. If you're going through a lot, do that. And that's professional help like we've been talking about here with business help. We need to do that. And also getting help with, personal, our inner emotional and mental hygiene. So again, I'm happy to talk with anyone who would like some support with that. But that's one of the main things that we can do. The other thing is connection. we're again, there's going to be a cumulative effect with these dynamics that we're going through with the COVID-19 and the quarantines and so forth. So depending on where you are, like some of us here in California, I'm in San Diego, we're probably looking at another month. Already people are having, quarantine block parties. People are going crazy, trying to find ways of connecting with more people. Be proactive with that as well. If you can create a network of family and friends who you feel really nurtured by, reach out to them proactively. Don't wait until you're not doing well. Find times to do Zoom calls. Reach out on the phone, like the good old-fashioned phone call works really well also. Find ways of connecting, because again, don't wait until you're not doing well internally. Do it proactively now. It will actually help those in your life, and it will help you as well. So those are some things. The other thing that I'm recommending to people is Ken, I think you've done a beautiful job of doing this, and it's supporting other people at the same time. But finding a project that really allows you to express. So you can express in other ways also. That might be screaming into a pillow if you're feeling frustrated. That might be making sure that you're getting good exercise in, doing things that move the energy through your body, but also doing projects that reach out and support other people as well. And so I love the idea of the opportunity fund that you've put together, because not only is it you expressing and a way of engaging in the world, which is really, really important now for all of us, but it's something that's giving back to the world. And so it's providing an opportunity for all of us who, that's what we do in the world, we help people. It's providing an opportunity for all of us to reach out more, and those who are part of the audience to really receive. And the more we can have that giving and receiving out in the world, the more that together we're going to be moving through this. So that's actually one of the things that I'm recommending to clients as well, because I typically work with them on the personal level and the professional level, is really do some soul searching and find what expression wants to come out for you, and do some brainstorming around that, and put a project out there. Have no fear. Jump out like Ken has.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. The piece to that I think is really important for everyone to remember is that when you're out helping others, yes, you're really helping yourself, and that's part of a song from Pippin, but moreover, it really does take you out of your own malaise, because your focus isn't on you. And I can tell you, having done a bunch of volunteer work in the past, that was so much fun, because I didn't have time to think about my misery. I was helping people get meals, I was packing meals for people that couldn't get out on their own. It was like Meals on Wheels type of thing. And so I did meal packing Sunday mornings. And it was so much fun. It was, automating that system and getting the meals up faster. And, it was the best. It was so much fun. So that's a great piece. And yeah, whether it's your own version of an opportunity-thon, or any kind of, obviously we're being held away from, thank you, Sydney. The beautiful piece of this is that when you play full out, you get better, you get more. And I like that, such juicy content, Shreen says. Yeah, it's true. And I do, for those of you that are the type A's like me, where meditation is hard, I have to tell you that, yeah, it can really be hard, but God, if I didn't meditate, we wouldn't be having this event.
Right.
So more and more we're seeing, give me 1 second, I'm still on a thought. Okay, I was on a thought. The fact that we're able to sit still, things sort of click, and even if it is 5 minutes, so I want to echo that, James, because it's so important. And you're a really mellow guy, so you meditate. Yeah, that's kind of redundant. James, yeah, right. But but for those of us that are crazy ass type A's that don't shut up like me, and maybe like Raquel over there, right? Yeah, I know. I'm just being mindful of that. I don't know you that well yet, But God, it is honest to God, it is a profit making endeavor, not just healthy, but profit making. Ryan Holiday wrote a book called Stillness is the Key. Have you read it? It's awesome. Stillness is the Key, Ryan Holiday. Great book. It's not just about meditation, because stillness can be walking, it could be biking, it could be reading. It's just closing your brain down and just settling down can provide you with so much. So I know Raquel wanted to jump in on that, and then I want to get back to you because I'm taking your thunder.
Well, I just wanted to ask this question because it's important, because if we're actually talking to entrepreneurs and people who take action and laugh in the face of fear, wipe their tears, keep on going, that sit down and be still meditation can be very hard. And I'm type A, you got that totally right, Ken. And when somebody told me I need to sit down and be still, I was just like, yeah, no. And for those people, you know, I just want to make the suggestion that I'll go on like YouTube and I'll say guided meditation. I know that Deepak and Oprah actually have a guided meditation right now. It's Hope in the Uncertainty. It's a 21-day meditation series. It's awesome. But since we have you here and you just have this level of calm and strength, could you give some information on how to do a meditation for somebody who's new? It's like the whole thought of being overwhelmed, like, what do you want me to do? Oh, so just sit there and do what? And I was very confused with that. And then part of it is thinking that while you're doing it wrong. So if you could just do something really brief to help the people out who just think that.
Yeah, that's a beautiful question. And there's different schools of thought around this. So I will give you my school of thought around this. Yeah, I think so I work a lot with leaders, as I mentioned, and that's a very, very common problem with leaders. Type A personalities, like you said, Ken, and they're just to be still, to slow things down can be a challenge. So there's actually ways of doing slightly more active, so that you're engaging the mind. It's a more active meditation, doing a guided meditation. If you do sign up for the VIP package that is part of the Opportunity Thon, I actually have 3 different meditations that can support you as part of this process, just because I found the same thing with clients. It's really helpful having something to attune the mind to as you're going through the meditation process. But I'll just say in general, for me, it's really, really valuable to connect with your body. So doing breathing and tracking the breathing as you're doing that. There's a simple breath that some of you might have heard of if you've done meditation before. That's called the box breath. You can do it's basically breathing in 4 counts, hold 4 counts, and then exhaling 4 counts. Okay. And then holding again 4 counts. If you get really good at it, you can make it 6, 6, 6, 6. Takes a little bit more practice to do that. And that's a way of really connecting with your body. If you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, or if you're really finding yourself with your energies going, let me use it in more layman's terms. If you're finding yourself feeling kind of ungrounded and flighty, not feeling very present, then you can breathe in through your mouth and exhale through your mouth. And just breathing in and out through the mouth engages your body more. So that's a great thing to do. And then once you start connecting and relaxing into the body, again, doing a guided meditation can be great. One thing that I recommend that you do, if you can't access the guided meditation in the moment, is notice what's going on in your body. And notice, like usually if we're needing to meditate, we're going into some type of fight, flight, freeze response. How do you feel that in your body? So let's do that right now. If you breathe in, notice what you're feeling in your body, especially if you think of, dynamics going on in the world where you might be feeling stress. So do you feel tightness? Do you feel some holding? Some people might feel that in your heart. Yep, I feel it. See, you can putting hands on the heart. Perfect. That's a common, really common place. Another thing that you might notice is if you're going into that response, you're not grounding much at all. So you can take your hand and actually put it on your heart. Ken, you were already doing that.
Yeah.
And then take the other hand and place it down like right below the belly button there.
Oh, right.
If you don't mind being, if you don't need to be modest with yourself, you can drop lower with your hand with your grounding. And basically what you're doing is you're creating a circuit, and with intention, breathe in and do creative visualization. Just ask to breathe into your heart and imagine like opening a faucet of love, just pouring down from that part of your heart, pouring down through your body and connecting down to your right below your navel there. And with intention, just breathing in and becoming really present with each breath. And each time you do this meditation, it might be different parts of your body, but you might notice just placing your hand on different parts of your body, using your breath to direct your breath into different parts of the body, and bringing awareness and with intention, opening to a sense of love. Like the heart is our love center. So just connecting there, it's like, and it's for all humans, whether you think that you do constant, you do meditation or not. Like when we hug people, we feel our heart. When we feel our heart broken, we feel our heart. So if you put your hand on your heart and with intention, just allow that to open, it's amazing how much you can feed yourself with that love that we get from a hug. And just doing that, you'll get more embodied, you'll feel more relaxed, and it will connect you more. And you can do it without having a guided meditation.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, great question. Great question. Yeah.
I started with guided meditations because the idea of sitting still terrified me, honestly. Years ago, I was for my birthday, I was bought a ticket to one of those water things, what you floated, the floating things. Mm-hmm. And when I discovered that they close it up and you're left there in silence for an hour, I was like, oh no, we're not doing that.
Right. Like a pod or something. It's
the opposite of common.
Now I'm willing to try it, but I like, oh my God, I never did it. It's like, I was terrified. But I started doing some meditations with guided meditation, just some Dr. Joe Dispenza stuff. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of cool because I would get down early in the morning to the Intracoastal Waterway at my mom's house on the water in Miami and sit on a chaise lounge by the pool. And I would have at 7 o'clock in the morning, nobody's outside. And I'd listen to him for an hour. But after a while, I was like, you know what? I'm tired of voices in my head. I got enough of voices of my own. So now I just sit still and I do nothing. And my mind just goes wherever it goes. And ideas show up. So I found that I've had some major breakthroughs on what I could do with my business and my life, what's important, revelations. So I want to just echo what you're telling people to do because it really makes a difference.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing just bringing ourselves out of fight, flight, freeze, which we're doing with meditation. We're moving from a more survival base way of responding to the world to being able to access our full being. So it's amazing how much more creative we get. Our cognitive functioning is doing so much better when we're keeping ourselves in good mental health in that way. There's so many benefits to it. And you're bringing up a really good point, Ken. Just doing it on a daily basis, like if you start doing meditation in the beginning and you're not able to do it well, just stay with it. It's amazing if you do this over time and really trust your body to adapt. Your body will start clicking into a groove, and it will become easier and easier. Your body will normalize the more calmed state, and you'll be amazed with what opens up for you. So yeah, do a daily practice with it.
Yeah, it's worth doing. I mean, I've been told a number of times in the past when I've been in sort of emotional crisis, if you will. Okay, Ken, 20 minutes a day. Period. And I took it like a doctor's prescription and it made a difference. Mm-hmm. So if you fall asleep, I fall asleep a lot. It's like, okay, so what? You were still and maybe you needed the rest. So not to worry, So yeah, I want to thank you for that. That's great. So what other things do people need to know right now? We're running tight on time. And logistically, we're running tight on time because they only StreamYard only records for 4 hours. But
and so where are we at right now? I didn't get the beginning of our. Just to give me a.
We're basically kind of done, but I want to make sure that you get the ability to pop in, and also you have an offer that you made as well, which is a really great offer.
Yeah, so I wanted to offer this course that I do. It's a 6-week flow masterclass, and with this program, it takes you through a process of really connecting intimately with how these survival patterns are working in your life. We tend to be pretty unconscious with how that's happening, and just bringing awareness to that, and then giving you some tools with how you can free yourself from those survival patterns, and then giving you a process where you can open up to more flow, more grace, more abundance in your life. There's some tools and techniques that you'll be amazed if you practice them. That will allow you to be so much more effective and productive and happy. Like, we don't have to struggle to create. Creation is actually a joyful thing. So if we can move ourselves more into that, Ken, you said the state of play, that's very much it. If we can move more to that state, then we can just do amazing things in the world. So yes, this program really helps you in doing that. Usually I offer this for $7.95. You asked for us to do a crazy, ridiculous price. As part of this, and I believe I did $135. I believe $145, $135. So we do
like $150. It's on, but I think the link is wrong on the page. So it's on the special page. That's why I tried to reach you earlier, but we were already broadcasting. So for those of you that want it, just pop us a note in here. We'll hook you up with James directly, and we'll get you sorted out.
Okay, I think I sent you the link, but maybe that's off still. Let me double check that, and I'll get it to you.
It's more than likely my end, because I'm not Mr. Organized, so I'm sure it was stuck in one place. Rather than, I will take full accountability, even if it's your fault. I'm taking it's all my fault. So my mother taught me that years ago. So it's always your fault, Ken. So no, I'll accept it. But so if people want to reach you, what's the best way they can get a hold of you?
Yes, the best way to reach me is my website. So www.artofheartfulliving.com. And again, the link will take you to that material also, but that's a way to get there directly. And please connect. We have lots of programs, lots of classes for just managing anxiety and stress and so forth, to really stepping into a new level of leadership as well. So depending on what you're looking for and what your needs are.
Thanks. You guys do want to take James' program at that price. By the way, that's only good till Sunday night at midnight Pacific time. I negotiated to get you guys the best kind of deals I could possibly get you, but it's like only fair for them to do it, A, because of economics for them personally, B, for customers and clients of theirs that are paying the full price. It's only fair that we do it for a short time frame, 4-hour event. So if you want to play, and I recommend that you do, I recommend that you grab it now. And again, if the link doesn't work, and I don't think it does, pop us a note, support or just put a note in the chat, and we'll take care of you. So we'll get that done. Okay, James. James, did I botch the pronunciation of your last name?
Woeber. Did you say Woeber?
I did botch it. Yeah.
Oh, you did. All right.
Yeah, I did botch it. So there we go. That's why I want to make sure we were cool. No one likes their name mispronounced. So ladies and gentlemen, James Woeber, thank you, my friend. You are awesome. I'm very grateful for you.
I stand for love. Do you?
Hey, this is Captain Lou, and I stand for love, baby. Do you?
Do you?
Do you?
Do you?
Yes. Do you?
Do you?
Do you?
Do you?
Do you? Do you?